The new book, May-December End, The Ballad of Joey Flowers. Available now on Amazon and Amazon Kindle. Get your copy today.
Disclaimer. We are unqualified and unapologetic. We are not professionals, just married. Take what works, leave what doesn't. Let's do this.
Sessions and lessons unscripted, they fall. Nothing to hold, nothing at all. Screaming in silence, no curtain call. Just echoes in an empty hall. Answers buried in the steady.
Hey there, everybody. It's me, Joel, host of Sessions and Lessons Unscripted. Welcome once again. And across from me is the wonderful Gloria Rosario.
Hello, everybody. How's it going?
Hello. I hope everybody's doing well. We are trying to recover from the Thanksgiving holiday, which was kind of uneventful, really. That's kind of how we wanted it this year. We didn't want any
Bells and whistles? No.
Yeah, no, I don't know what it is. Not to be a Scrooge. This year I'm just kind of like, meh. Maybe I don't know.
Well, I know for sure that I'm not feeling it this year. Usually, I'm ready to put up Christmas decorations like November 1st.
Yeah, we normally have that stuff up already.
Yeah, but I'm just not in a very, like, not, I don't even know how to say it, like a celebrity.
Without sounding like a Scrooge.
Yeah, like, I'm just not into it this year. You know, I think...
I don't think, I'm not speaking for you. For me, it's just like, I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm getting older and it's like,
You're a
it's
Scrooge.
not a big deal. I mean, like, I don't need anything. I don't want
No, but
anything. I don't.
To me, I love the colors and I love the lights and I like, snow. I love everything about winter and Christmas and all that stuff. But I mean, in reality, I'm not Christian. I'm not, it doesn't hold like a religious place in my heart. You know what I mean? I do it more for like the festivities and...
Well, not everybody. I mean, it's not. I mean, I guess it's not really a religious holiday, though.
Technically, it's...
Well, I guess, yeah,
Yeah,
the birth of
technically,
Jesus, right?
yes.
Yeah. But I mean, it's super commercialized now.
Oh, for sure. And I just I love the creativity. I love art, putting things together for Christmas, and I do a lot of little...
I'm gonna say something that people may like stone me for saying this.
Uh-huh.
Are you guys ready?
Controversy. All right, I'm here for it.
A Christmas controversy for all of you. Something to chew on. I was never a fan of colorful lights. Like, people like the different colors in the tree. And
Yeah.
all. Like, if you give me a tree with one color, I'm happy. Like, I prefer a tree or like decorations that have one color of light. I can't do 7 different colors.
Get out of my house.
So, like, if you got a tree that has all red lights, okay, that's passable. All blue lights, fine. White lights, great. But blue, red, yellow, green, white, purple, I don't know what it is. Even when I was a kid, I wasn't a fan.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like colors. Like, I shouldn't say that. I'm not into the colorful
The
lights.
brightness of it.
Not brightness. It's just, I don't know. Maybe I'm just weird.
Yeah, you are. That's my favorite part about like this time of year, like the different colored lights and how creative people get like with their decorations, and that's the part that I like.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. We're different in that aspect.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, if I see someone with a nice tree, I appreciate the tree, even if it has 20 million colors in it.
Of course.
But I don't know. Just me, maybe it's just because I like things streamlined and just simple. Like,
how did you end up marrying me is what I want to know. We're so like polar opposites.
It's just weird because we're like a very alike in a lot of ways, and like
very different.
Our opposites are like way opposite.
No, that is kind of weird because like I guess it's just I'm going through a lot still emotionally. You know, I don't want to sound like a broken record, wah, 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 crying all the time or whatever, but
I mean, you're doing a lot better now than you were.
I am.
But I get it because it's like your first holiday without grandma.
Well, and the thing is that my grandma didn't celebrate holidays. It's just
But still, she was around during stuff.
yeah, and it's
like,
just like her birthday's like right around the corner. You know, it's in March. You know, and I'm kind of not dreading, but just kind of like I always brought her flowers for her birthday, and you know, even on Christmas and stuff, I would
Mhm.
buy her flowers or something, you know, just to brighten up her room or whatever. And I guess it just doesn't feel like I still can't find my footing, but I have my footing, if it makes sense.
Well, yeah, I mean, life goes on. You got to continue.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure stuff out, and it's gonna be like this for a while. So I don't know. I'm just not very festive this year.
And you're allowed. I mean, you don't have to like go all out and be all like
No,
whatever. I mean, that's fine.
I mean I'm okay. Like me and my brothers have had this tradition forever, probably since we all like grew up and moved out into our own like places and stuff. We get together after the holidays, so there's no
Yeah,
pressure.
that's, yeah.
Yeah, there's no pressure like for us to be together on Christmas or be together on New Year's. It's just
Well, that's crazy, anyways, because you can only spread yourself so thin. It's like go to this guy's house, this person's house, that person's house, come over here.
right, and it's
Yeah.
I always do it. I think we've talked about this before. I either do it the first weekend or the second weekend of January.
Yeah. Yep.
Every year we've always done that. I mean, even before I got married, we started this like I don't know, just it's been so long, you know, as our family keeps growing and you know, my brother had kids and just, you know, as we've expanded as a family, we find it easier just to wait until after the holidays, you know, to give us time to, you know,
Things are kind of
chill
settled.
out for a bit and then
Yeah.
go from there, you know. And I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I mean, holidays are okay, they're cool, but I'd never, I mean, I wasn't like some people love holidays,
I love the holidays.
but it's like, whatever. I don't know. Like the past Thanksgiving, I mean, we, I think this was the most low key Thanksgiving I've had ever.
We crock potted food.
Yeah, we just kept it simple. And then, of course, we had the obligatory Cool Whip with the side of pumpkin pie. At least that's how I eat it.
Let me just say, he made the best pie of pumpkin.
Do you like sweet potato pie or pumpkin pie better?
Pumpkin.
I like sweet potato pie better,
I go back and forth, but
but I don't eat it often. It's not a pie. I
Andrew's
choose.
Andrew's pie was very good.
That's how I used to make it
Well, you haven't made it anymore, so Andrew gets
because
the
I don't
credit.
like it.
Oh, I don't know, just the way that he seasoned it with like the spices, like it was to me perfect.
All
So
right,
kudos to you, man.
So, yeah, and then so we kept it simple, and then
It was the day after my birthday.
yes, and Gloria and I decided to just do a movie night. Gloria's been working a lot, even on days off, quote unquote days off.
Yeah.
Which
It's okay by
I mean,
me.
it's fine, whatever.
I'm
It is
starting
what
to
it
get
is.
back into my workhorse routine.
But we decided to do movie night, and we were watching older movies instead of newer movies. But it was great because we were watching Dead Poet Society, which is one of Gloria's favorites.
Yeah.
Then we decided to put on Good Will Hunting, which, man, I forgot what a great movie that was.
That movie is really, really great. It's to me, it's probably my second favorite Robin Williams movie.
So, I mean, I'm sure a lot of you guys out there listening have seen it before, but it's Good Will Hunting. This movie's old. It's
Super old.
from the 90s, maybe.
Yeah, and Ben Affleck and
They were kids in this
yeah.
movie, basically.
that was basically the first movie that they made, no?
I don't know if it was a first movie, but it was way back,
Oh, yeah.
and it was man, I forgot how great that movie was, and even now, like some of that movie, like started triggering like memories in my head, or like made me think about certain things, like this kid's, gifted, talented, like super gifted, and but he was letting his
He was squandering it, basically.
yeah, he was letting his like past and his abuse in the past and all of that stuff he was kind of squandering it. And then there was like parts, I don't want to give nothing away if people haven't seen it, but look, go see that movie. That movie's awesome. But one thing that kind of sparked what we wanted to talk about today was uh, his name was Will Hunting. So he had a group of friends that he always hung out with, and they would always like give each other crap, and the way they treated each other, you thought that they didn't like each other, but they were friends, right?
Best friends.
Super best friends. And there was something that Ben Affleck's character told Matt Damon, and he's like, because Matt Damon was like, oh, I told them forget it because I'm just gonna stay here and stay with you guys, and we'll just watch football games and have beers and watch each other's kids grow up. And Ben Affleck looked at him like, if you stay here, I'll kill you. He's like, you got these talents, you're super smart, you have all these opportunities, and you're talking about staying here. Like, if you don't take advantage of this, we're not gonna talk to you anymore. This is like ridiculous. But we were like, man, that's kind of like true friendship and true, like, what's the word we're looking for? Like your fellow person, like your fellow man, like you want to see other people succeed, right?
Right.
Like, and I know a lot of people aren't like that. It's me, 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 which, there is advantages to being selfish, right? Like you should be selfish.
Of course, yes.
But it's like me personally, there's people that I know and I want to see them do well. Even family and whoever. It doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to be blood family, but whatever. But you want to see people succeed. You want to see them do well. Sure, there can be like, quote unquote, a little bit competition or whatever, but you always want to like outdo other people. But
there's competition, and then there's friendly competition.
Well, yeah, everyone should want everyone to succeed and do well in life, even if it's, the smallest thing. But but then you have, I guess, what you call haters, right? Especially when you got people close to you, right? Which is kind of disheartening a little bit.
Yeah, that kind of stings a little bit if you think about it.
Like, what was the latest thing on the social medias? Like, I've been seeing a bunch of these videos. I don't know. I don't know why, but people that like friend you, or they look at your profile or your posts or whatever, but they never make comments, never like anything. At this point, you're just a peeping Tom, right? Or no?
I don't know. I guess
That's because, like, I was telling Gloria that one thing I was thinking about doing was purging and I've done this before. It's not the first time I've done it. Like, purge your friends list or whatever. Because, there's people that friend you and then they never talk to you ever. So what's the point? Like social media, right? It's supposed to be social.
Yeah, but things get in the way. Like,
I get
you
that.
know, look at how much my Facebook time and all that stuff has been cut off since I've been antisocial with everybody. It's nothing personal.
Uh-huh.
I'm not interacting with anybody, you know. It's just sometimes things happen, you know.
Well, you have been busy lately.
Yes, but
You've been trying to get back into the work
groove
thing.
of things, yes. But it's hard, you know. I don't care. People follow me and unfollow me all the time. I never.
I mean, I don't really care
No.
either, but it's just, I don't know. It's like, because you always have this talk about cutting people out that serve you no purpose,
Right.
or that's kind of how I'm looking at it. though.
Right.
So, like, if you're my quote unquote friend and you want to be part of my social circles or whatever, then
But see, I think at least as our podcast and other projects that we're doing on the side
mhm.
expand and get bigger, you're gonna have random people following you.
Yeah, I thought about that.
You know what I mean? And it's just like,
Well, there is truth to that, because there's times you'll see somebody's video on a social media and be like, "Oh, I like this," or "I'll follow this person."
right. And then
And
you
then-
never interact with them again.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think that happens a lot. Like I've gotten suddenly an influx of people on my Instagram
Mhm.
requesting to be friends. I'm just adding people,
Right.
you know, and I've started conversations with some of them. Some of them are you know,
But I'm leery about some people too, because there's a lot of like kind of.
yeah, but it's like if I'm having a conversation with you and it turns somewhere where I don't want it to turn, I just delete you or silence the conversation. You know,
Mhm.
that stuff doesn't. I have too much in my life going on between my personal projects, the podcast, work, and taking care of everything else that I need to take care of to be babysitting people.
Mhm.
It's like, okay, go ahead and follow me. Like I had pizza yesterday and you know that about me now because I posted it. Not that
Right.
I did, but you know what I mean? It's just like, I don't care. To me, it's like, if you're making a podcast and, you know, you're putting your name out there, you're being involved in other people's projects and we're having our own projects and stuff, our names and our other socials are gonna start to pick up as mine has,
Mhm.
you know, and it's just a part of like podcasting, you know.
Right.
I understand that you mean like people who just don't follow you, but you know you knew them or they were something for you in the past.
Right.
I don't know, maybe I was thinking about having like 2 separate accounts. Just, you know, one my public Facebook or whatever it is, and then my own private with, you know, just
I
the
mean,
people that I've been
whatever.
friends with. But that's one way to separate them, you know?
Yeah, but I mean, regardless, you're gonna have
Weirdos.
well, no, well that, and then like I said, like you're gonna even have like people close to you that don't even interact with you,
Right.
and it's funny too because I think, and me speaking for myself, I think I have more. I don't want to call them strangers because they're not strangers anymore, but you know, people that I've met recently that support me more than people I've known for years.
I don't know who I was listening to the other day, and they were talking about, you know, social media and podcasting and just socializing and, you know, all that.
Mhm.
And they said that in the beginning, when you start a venture, right, whether it's a restaurant, podcast, music career, whatever, they say that maybe for the first couple of months, your family and friends will genuinely like be a part of it.
Well, they'll be interested.
They'll be interested,
Yeah.
right? But they kind of fall off, you know?
Mhm.
And sometimes you get more support from outside people than you do from your own group. And that's
Right.
normal.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's normal. I don't expect my family or my friends to listen to my podcast. I'll talk about it with them if they bring it up. And I've mentioned in the past that I really don't openly talk about my podcast, you know, and not because like I'm embarrassed of it or whatever. It's more like if it comes up in a conversation and you're asking me like, oh, hey, I heard something about a podcast, I'll talk about it.
Right.
You know, and it's not. I'm not embarrassed. I'm not ashamed. Whatever it is, what it is. You know, but it's like you said, I've gotten more encouragement and support from people outside of my family, and that's okay. You know, you can only depend on your family for so much. Think about it, okay?
Yeah, but at the same time, your family, do you, so wouldn't you say that your family or close friends
Yeah,
should be supportive of
of
you
course.
110% all of the time?
Of course, but they have a life, and I don't expect people to walk around me sniffing my farts. You know what I mean? Like, no, really, I don't
Okay.
expect people to, like, you know what I mean? Especially if they know me. I understand that things get in the way, life gets in the way. You know, um,
Well, there's a term. It's called, I guess it's familiarity kills curiosity.
right,
So it's like the people that are close to you already know how you are and who you
right.
are. So it's like, that's like if you became a super millionaire and your mom's like, oh, it's just Joel.
Yeah,
It's like they already know you.
right. So they're not as interested. in you.
They're not impressed.
No, especially parents. Let me tell
Right.
you.
Oh, it was me. It was all me.
Right. But I mean, it's just a fact of life, you know. And sometimes when you can't count on outside people and you can't count on your family, you have to be your biggest cheerleader. And I've said that so many other times, you know. Um, when you start a project, we really didn't talk about when we started like the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about it between me and you, and we just kind of like didn't really tell our family until, you know, later. You know, when we had like 10 episodes up, and then we started talking to people and just like
Yeah.
letting them know. I know that from the beginning to now, um we've gained more strangers listening to our things than people around us, and that's fine.
Mhm.
You know, not everybody listens to podcasts. It's not everybody's thing.
Right.
It's a niche, you know, and there's so many other, you know, different podcasts out there. I don't get offended if people don't listen to my podcast and they know me. You know, I
Yeah, I
understand they
don't
have a
get-
life, you know.
Yeah, that's fine.
But when we become millionaires,
Yeah, when the sponsors start pouring in. So if anybody out there wants to sponsor or advertise,
no, but I don't care who listens. You know, whether, and I've said
well, that's the thing, right? And I mean, we are doing it for people, others, right, or whatever, the listeners, and which
or listener.
listener, yeah, we appreciate you. But I mean, we do it regardless, you know,
Right.
whether there's, I mean, that's like, I mean, you always hear like on your social medias, people scared to post anything or whatever. It's like, just post it.
Right.
Even if it's one person that watches it, who cares?
And the thing is, it's like if you find enjoyment, whether it's, you know, you like to read, you like to write, you like to play game, whatever it is, it's like if it makes you happy and you're getting enjoyment out of it, the plus is that other people might be getting enjoyment out of that.
Hmm.
And if they don't, that's okay, because you find your community and the people that are going to follow you and like you and support you may not always be your friends or family members, and that's fine.
Right.
You know?
Well, yeah, like I said, we were watching that movie, and then that just kind of struck me because it was like, I mean, and they were his friends, right? But it was like this unconditional thing. Like they wanted to see him do well and go. They saw the potential in him and everything, and they
Right.
were supporting him, right? But it's like, you know, in real life, it almost seems like people you think would want to support you
Yes.
don't. So
Right.
it's like, and another thing that kind of popped into my head is, and Gloria and I are we're Latino. Our backgrounds are Latino. So I don't know. It's almost like a cultural thing, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, because when I was growing up, you would always have the oh, that's stupid, or that's not a real job, or that's just a hobby. It's not gonna get you anywhere.
No, and the thing is I've talked about this before.
Mm,
You know, I wanted to take the route of being a professional chef, right?
at one point I did
At one
too.
point,
But then I realized how much stress that is. That's a lot
I
of
didn't
stress.
care about the stress. It would be stressful, but I'd be doing something that I have a genuine passion for,
Mhm.
right? And I got so discouraged that I just stopped because, what's the first thing your parents tell you? You're not going to make any money out of that.
Oh, yeah, I've
Look for
heard that
another
one.
career
Yeah.
or, anything. And it's like your parents are only looking out for you in a way, but it's like they don't realize that when they don't support you, it's like a little jab.
Yeah, I mean, like if you really wanted to be a chef and then they say, oh, you're not going to make any money doing that, pick something else. I mean, that just takes the wind out of your sails.
It does. And, ultimately, if I really wanted to do it, I could have done it,
Hmm.
but it would have been so much better if I had people like saying, oh, you can do it. Or, oh, that's such a cool thing. Even if they think it's stupid, I really don't think that you should rain on somebody's parade or rain on somebody else's like motivation,
So let me ask you this. Okay, we're just using the chef thing as an example because that's what
No,
popped up.
but see, the funny thing is that before I met you,
Mm.
I was a personal.
Well, yeah, you did that you
I
did
did
on the
that
side.
for about 2 years, I think, before I started
Yeah.
dating you. And I had so much fun with it. And I was making a decent amount of money to where my real job was just my secondary job. It turned into my secondary job. And my
Mm.
first job was the cooking,
Yeah.
And let me just say, when you find something that you have a passion for, it doesn't matter how tired you are, it doesn't matter how overworked you are, you love every second of it because you're doing something that you're passionate
That
about.
you want to do, right?
Right. And I was making enough money to where my primary job, like I said, became like, oh, okay, whatever, I'll go in when I can.
Mhm.
And I was more focused on the cooking part, But then I lost my steam. And then
Mhm.
COVID happened. And
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like now, things are different, and I really don't want to get into it. Like I love cooking for my family. I love cooking for friends. I love cooking for, people,
Uh-huh.
but not to the scale where I was before.
All right. So the question was,
Right.
if you did not have the support of your family or blood, but had the support of, like, say, a friend or like people you didn't know that well, right? I mean, you
Right.
knew them, but they were like supportive. They thought it's great. You should
Right.
do it. They encouraged you, whatever. They, cheered you on. Do you think you would have stuck with it or done it anyways?
I think that because my clients were the ones that were like, yay, go you can do this,
Mhm.
I think that was my motivation.
So basically, not complete strangers, but
No,
people
because
that weren't linked to you.
no, but I was getting support from, my siblings and stuff and,
Mhm.
some people around me.
And there is, I mean, that counts. I mean,
Right.
siblings,
Of course.
yeah. I mean, I guess I was kind of thinking more of like your parents' support on stuff.
Oh, my mom was, my mom had no clue what I was doing. Like,
But the whole point of the conversation, I think, is just it's like you wonder why sometimes people that are super close to you or your blood relatives or whatever,
no, but
you would think that they would be the ones that be 100%
and
supportive.
the thing is like, my mom would be like, why are you doing this? Like,
Mhm.
you're not a maid. And I was like, Mom, it's not a maid job. Like, I am there to cook, I clean my mess, and I go home,
Mhm.
And once I told her how much I was making, and what I was doing for these people.
Oh, money changes everything. They're like, "Oh, you're making how much?"
Oh, okay. You go. I believe in you
yeah,
now.
exactly.
You know, but why didn't you believe in me when I was like 13 and I wanted to be a chef?
Mm.
You know, it's just, and I told her that, you know, but it is what it is. You know, at the
All
end of the day, you know, we pick our own paths. And
All right, Mrs. Rosario, what
Mm-hmm.
would be your signature dish if you were a chef?
I don't know. I have so many dishes that I like to make.
Mine would be grilled cheese.
Really?
No, I don't know.
I would say beef Wellington for me.
Oi,
Yes.
you ever make it?
I attempted to once.
And it was a disaster.
It wasn't a disaster. It wasn't as pretty as I wanted it to be, but it tasted pretty good.
Never had it.
It's good.
My signature dish would be everything.
Everything. No, my thing is I love to cook, but baking is my thing.
Yeah, you also had that little baking side thing.
Well, it was the same thing, baking and cooking. I mean, I was like a pig in mud, let me tell you. You know, I was so happy with that.
A
And
pig and cake batter.
yes. But, you know, like I said, I kind of lost wind and then I lost interest. And once I lose interest in anything, I don't care how much money I'm making, I'm not going to continue to do it.
So would you say that regardless of where you get support from or if you don't get anything, it's ultimately up to you,
Of
right?
course, yes.
So all of that, who cares?
Right.
Would you say that?
Absolutely. It doesn't matter. You can have so many passions and some people will support you in one and not the other, or vice versa. But I say do whatever makes you happy. And I know that's such a cliche thing, but again, you can't count on people, your family, your friends, or even strangers sometimes. You have to be your own cheerleader and you have to believe in yourself to think that it is possible to get to that point.
I will say though, not having the support of certain people, I mean, I would say it's damaging, right? It has lasting damage. Because look, like for myself, like there have been times when I was a kid where you got that discussion where, oh, that's not gonna make you any money. That's useless. That's not gonna do anything.
See,
And then that's in your head, right? Oh well, this what's the point of doing this or trying it?
see, and that's the difference between a passion that you have and you want to do it.
Mm.
It's not always about money.
Well, no.
It's not, because I mean, even like the job that I've had, taking care of people, right? After my grandma passed away, that was my dilemma. Do I go back to where I was before, to what I know, to where I know that, you know, I am valued as a person.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm with a great company. They've been good to me for the years that I was with them. Or do I want to experiment with other things? Do I want to go back to school? What am I doing? You know?
You were kind of kicking options around.
Right. And ultimately, I went back to, well, first off, because of the pay thing, you know, that was great. But remember what I told you? I was like, I don't care if they're paying me 3 times more. If I'm not happy with it, I don't want to do it. I know the money's gonna, you know.
I mean, I agree. Like, yeah, I mean, we need money, right?
Of course.
But I mean, if you have to sacrifice your mental health or like you have to sacrifice yourself in any way, is it really worth it?
Right. But what did I tell you? I'm going to try it for 6 months and see how I feel mentally.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That was the agreement. I was going to try it for 6 months. How many months have I been at this job? I think about a month now.
Mm-hmm.
A month and a half, something like that.
Almost 2 months, I think.
About, give or take, a month and a half.
Well, you're back. It's your new old job.
Right. I went back to my new old job, but I'm happy. You know, maybe not 100%. The money helps, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm doing something that I enjoy. You know, I might not be a doctor. I might not be making, 6-figure income, but it's helping me get mentally stable. and that's important to me,
Yes.
right?
Hmm.
It's giving me the opportunity to work on the projects that I've been wanting to work on, both of us together.
That is true.
You know,
Yeah.
it gives me time to be home, do laundry, even though I don't put it away. I do the laundry. You know, it's-
Laundry sucks.
it's giving me time with my family, which I didn't have all the time
Yeah, that is
in other
true.
jobs. You know, there have been a lot of positives to going back to what I know.
You know, I like that you said that because you were looking at the even without the proper support or what you think is proper support or whatever, or no matter where it comes from or where you think it should come from, it's you're finding the silver linings everywhere.
Right. And that's important. You know, if you don't have support and you're by yourself and you feel by yourself, you always need to look for the motivation to keep going back to it.
Yeah.
You have to look for the silver lining. I know that sounds so cliche. I always thought that was so stupid when, you know, when people were trying to cheer me up.
When you get lemons, make lemonade.
Right.
What other ones? Silver linings.
The silver linings. The sun comes out after the rain and thunder.
Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. I don't know. I'm just pulling stuff out of my rear now.
But you know what I mean? And it's just, you don't know if you don't try.
Right.
You know, who knows? Maybe in 6 months I'll decide maybe.
But I think we let ourselves use that lack of support as this makes us discouraged, and we use it as an excuse.
That's what I was going to say. It also makes it an excuse.
Yeah. It gives you an out.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's like, how do you know it's not going to work out? If it's something that you're just, I'm not going to do it just because, you know, I feel like this, I don't have support. I don't have, you know, this, or I don't have that. I'm liking this. Okay. But what are the silver linings to the positives, you know? And like I said, it's given me an opportunity to work on other things that I've been putting off and, you know, didn't have time to do before. I mean, I haven't had a real day off, you know, basically since I started working.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's okay. You know, I'm getting my rhythm back. And like I said, it's given me time to do other things that I didn't always have time to do, which has been the biggest positive.
It's funny, while you were talking, a couple of stories popped into my head. Not that I wasn't listening to you.
You weren't listening.
I hanged every word that you say. But 2 stories come to mind.
Yeah.
One is, I'm pretty sure you guys out there know who Benicio del Toro is. He's a Puerto Rican actor. He's been in a bunch of movies. He was in Usual Suspects. He was the Wolfman. He's
been all over the place.
Yeah, he's been in a bunch of stuff. And if I recall correctly, they asked him about how he got into acting and all of that stuff, and he was saying that he wanted to go to acting class, and his dad thought it was the dumbest thing ever.
Yeah.
And his dad didn't encourage him at all. He's like, no, go to school, do this, get a job. And it's like, forget the acting thing. So what he would do is he wanted to be an actor. That's what he wanted. And support or not, that's what he was doing.
Right.
So he went behind his dad's back to go to acting classes and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
Getting roles, you know, behind his, you know, his back. And then I guess his dad found out at one point. I mean, there's a point where you gotta like kind of, the jig is up, right?
Right.
You gotta tell what's going on. And then he started getting these roles and getting paid and like paid good money. And then his dad was like, oh, okay. You know, like it was okay then.
Yeah.
And then another story I heard recently was what's his name? His real name. I know him as Kid. Everyone knows him as Kid. From Kid and Play, from House Party.
Okay. Yeah, I don't remember his name, but I know who you're talking about.
Chris Reed? I don't remember.
Yeah.
But anyways, so he said that his mom passed away when he was young, so it was just him and his dad. And he wanted to be a rapper, right? So he got into it and stuff. And his father would tell him, and it was funny because he said his dad was from Jamaica, so he'd speak with a Jamaican accent. Oh, that's that's nothing. You're not gonna make no money doing that. Blah blah blah. Always discouraging them, right? He'd always with that stupid rap. Blah blah blah. And then what happens? They start doing the rap thing. They got famous. They started doing movies. And he said he was jokingly say that, yeah, it was you should have seen when the first time he went to go buy his dad a car. I think he went to go buy him a Lexus or something like that. And because he had that kind of money now.
Yeah.
And he said that his dad told him, "Oh, I always believed in you." It's like, what? Like, that's not what you said before.
Yeah.
Then he went in the dealership to buy him a car, and then he was all about his son and his career. Yeah, I just thought that was kind of funny. But that's kind of how it is, though, right?
Yeah.
I mean, but it's ultimately, like you said, up to us, right?
Absolutely.
What are you doing over there, Gloria?
Why are you putting me on blast?
Because there's this. What is that? For those of you listening,
Oh
out there,
boy.
there's this box on our little studio desk here, and that she keeps going in, and I'm like, what is she doing? Looks like there's candy in there. Gloria is sneaking in some candy.
No, it's called the Snackle Box.
Okay. Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
So anybody out there that works for Snacklebox. All right. So yeah, we were just kind of discussing the movies we were watching, and like I said, I recommend that movie. Go check it out if you didn't. But yeah, that was one of the things that kind of stuck out to me was like all his friends were like, dude, like, why are you gonna stay in this garbage? Like, you have a
Talent.
yeah, we want to support you. Like, we would look. It was almost like he told him, we would look at you like the biggest loser if you freaking decided to stay here. Like,
Tell me how you really feel.
right? I mean, it's like he told him, you're sitting on a winning lottery ticket and you're gonna not use it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. It just kind of sparked that thing in my head. Like, man, that to me was like true friendship and true like support and care. Like, they wanted to see the guy succeed. They
Yeah,
wanted
for
to
sure.
see him get out of that
Yeah.
neighborhood and get out of, dude, you got potential to make a lot of money and do
Yeah.
something you like to do. And it's like, why do you want to stay here?
Right. And like, for me, I don't know. Like, I do get bored sometimes, and I do go on Facebook. Obviously, I lurk like everybody else,
Mhm.
and people come up on my stories and my timeline, and I genuinely get happy for people who like have kids, have a baby.
Yeah, when good stuff happens. to them,
Right. I
yeah.
get so happy for people that,
Yeah.
even though we don't talk anymore, or I don't see you very often, or I haven't seen you in years, it genuinely makes me happy when you achieve something.
Yeah, I mean, I want to see people do well. I don't want to see people suffering or going through some nonsense, and
Right.
you know what I mean?
I like to see people succeed,
Yeah.
and I always told my brothers,
I think it's a contagious thing too, because like if people support each other, it just kind of holds you up, right? Like, it gives you incentive, I guess, to keep going on
yeah.
and doing better.
But what I was going to tell you before you interrupted me
Hmm.
is that one thing that I always told my brothers about, siblings and growing up together and being oldest, at that point, we were all kind of at different levels of life.
Hmm.
My brother George had just bought his house. My brother Oscar was doing his own thing. And of course, at the time, I was still taking care of my grandmother. And we were talking about success and what success means to, people. I was like, as siblings, we should never look at each other with jealousy. You know, I was like, because if the younger one succeeds in something, me and the other one know that we were part of him getting to that point of success, and vice versa. Either way, whether
Right.
it's me, him, or the other one,
Mm-hmm.
or my sister, you know, now. And I always told him, I was like, never look at each other with jealousy, because I was like, that especially
That to me sounds kind of weird, anyways, to be jealous of like your sibling.
no,
I mean, I
but
don't
it
know.
does happen. I have seen it a lot,
Yeah.
you know. But, you know, I always told him, I was like, never think that, you know, because one lives in a house and the other one's in an apartment, it doesn't make a difference.
No.
I was like, success is different levels for each of us. We're
Mhm.
all successful in our own ways. You know, we're succeeding more than what we were expected to succeed.
Right.
You know, and since that time, we've all gotten further in life and succeeded at other things and had, you know, downfalls and gotten back up.
Mhm.
And that's the thing. It's like, it doesn't matter if it's my sibling, somebody I grew up with, or somebody I just met. I love to see people succeed.
Yeah.
You know, it gives me motivation to kind of do better, but never with jealousy, never with, you know, side eyes or anything like that.
Right.
Yes. And that's my spiel.
Alrighty then. Yeah, so I mean ultimately it's up to everybody to kind of I mean, yeah, it sucks not to have support or you know whatever from certain people, but that's not you shouldn't use that as, you know,
A
don't
crutch.
yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, ultimately it's up to you.
Yeah, and like I said, if you don't have anybody supporting you in your circle, find some like-minded people that are
Yeah,
having your same goals, same intentions,
Yeah.
same maturity level.
Mhm.
Because if you're at a higher maturity level from the people that you're expecting support from,
Yeah, like validation or
Yeah.
whatever
they're never going to give it to you because you guys are not mentally
on the same level.
on the same level. So when you find people on your level that are not necessarily having the same goals but similar goals, and you guys can kind of climb and pull the other person up,
Mhm.
climb again, pull two more people up, it builds community. So sometimes you have to go out of your way to look for the community of like-minded people that are gonna help you out and cheer you on.
Well, yeah.
You know, find your people.
Find your people will find you.
Yep, find your tribe.
All right, everybody, we're going to leave it there. Hopefully, that wasn't a bunch of babbling.
As always,
Corey's been known to babble.
I do.
All right, don't forget the website. Speaking of the website, we kind of revamped it a little bit. If you guys want to go check that out, it's still a work in progress. I'm working out all the bugs and stuff, but yeah. So if you go on there, it's going to look a little bit different. Sessions and lessons unscripted.com. And don't forget the email. It's sessionsandlessonsmail@gmail.com. Drop us a line. Any suggestions or complaints, or, you know, if you just want to gossip about Gloria.
Absolutely, I'm all for it.
And the socials, the TikTok is the hottest one, I guess, right?
It's where we get more activity.
Yeah, TikTok, Instagram, all of that stuff. Like we said before, we got like some stuff in the works. We'll see if we're gonna end up doing stuff before the end of the year, but if not, for sure, early in the
Most likely not.
in the next year, which is in a few weeks. Time flies when you're having fun.
Oh, it does.
So yeah, give us a visit, and we do appreciate you as always. Spread the word, let everybody know that the podcast exists. The two of you, please say something. And you want to add anything, Gloria?
Yes, the new feature that we have on the website is friends of the website or friends of the group.
I think it's under the links tab. I'm not
I
sure.
believe so. I'm not 100%.
But yeah, we're starting to put more links and stuff like that. So yeah, like I said, the site's new, so
Bear with us.
bear with us and feel free to click around. And if you see any grammatical errors,
It's all Joel.
Yeah, it's all me. All right, everybody. Thank you again. Appreciate all of you, and we will see you on the next episode.
Bye.